Hi, I'm Jim Davis, and these are micro thoughts about the philosophy of voluntarism. Self-investment. Voluntarism is a forward-looking philosophy which shows why everything is possible if only the ambition of humanity could keep up with hope. I made this statement in a previous edition of Micro Thoughts, and somebody had asked me about this in passing. Well, what does that really mean? Voluntarism is a forward-looking philosophy in the sense that it's looking to the future, not at the expense of the present, but where government is looking towards the future or looking at the present for security now, they're doing it at the expense of the future. Voluntarism is looking at the future with very little expense, if none at all, to the present. Now, what does that mean? It means that if we make the time now to make that investment in ourselves, to say, hey, look, I want the value I have placed on myself respected. So I'm going to find a way other than government that doesn't introduce fear into the lives of others, or hostility, or animosity into somebody else's life, so that I can hopefully, when I have to work with these people before or again in the future, that they may remember this and realize that I was compassionate and took the time to recognize the value they place on their lives. And I chose a solution that was different than what other people were choosing, and using that to intervene into their lives. Meaning that instead of taking security today, I'm bargaining for my own security today, but I'm being mindful of future bargains that I'm going to have to make with the security. So if I show compassion and respect to others today, then tomorrow I may have a greater peace of mind knowing that these individuals that I'm showing this kind of compassion to are going to do the same to me. If I continually do this, it builds trust, and trust builds loyalty, and loyalty is the color of reputation. So people are more likely to be loyal and trustworthy and respectful of others whom are doing the same for them. It doesn't mean that they are going to always be that way, but it allows for a greater chunk of peace of mind than to simply say, oh, well, taxes and necessary evil. Well, that's just, yeah, we all have to do it. If you don't like it, you shut up and vote next time. So voluntarism, being a forward-looking philosophy, is about looking at the future with bare minimum expense at the present. Sometimes you have to expend more resources today in order to secure the future tomorrow, but at least with respecting the value others have placed on their lives and making sure that they understand that's what you're doing, you're actually investing in your own future. You're investing in yourself with these individuals. Sometimes it pays off tremendously, and you have somebody remember you years later and say, hey, look, you're down on your luck, let me help you out. Other times it doesn't. But at least you are philosophically consistent in making these sorts of interactions happen. And that's what's important. You have to be philosophically consistent. Now, if the ambition of humanity could only keep up with its hope, the ambitions of humanity are stifled oftentimes by fear and often accelerated and increased exponentially by love and hope and joy. The issue is that because government is currently the status quo for all of humanity right now, it's going to be very difficult to ramp up the ambition of humanity to try certain things. So the hope is that humanity has all this hope vested in, oh, if we just elect the right people, the right people in power, we'll be good. Yeah, we can make that happen. But that's not enough. If humanity were to take that same hope that they have in electing the right people every 4 years, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is, wherever you live, then and they apply that towards voluntary interactions with others and investing in themselves and investing in their own future by creating connections and being trustworthy and building loyalty and coloring their relationship with their loyal actions, that would change all of humanity's future within just a single generation. Everything would be so dramatically different. And that's what I mean by voluntarism is a forward-looking philosophy which shows why everything is possible if only the ambition of humanity could keep up with the hope. Okay, for now, I'd like to thank you for your time. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and give it a thumbs up. I base all of my work on my books, Liberty Defined and Morality Defined. If you'd like to encourage more content like this, please visit my website, www.jemlimberdavis.com, to explore more of my works, download free copies of my books, and even consider donating just $1. Every dollar helps. Thank you so much for taking a peacefully proactive solution in raising humanity's pinnacles of success faster and more efficiently through peaceful comprehension and creation, instead of hostile ridicule and destruction.